Did you know it's a proven fact that fish grow based on the size of their bowl? When a fish is placed in a bowl, they stay as small as what they're confined to. They swim in circles for infinity, so they can't swim anymore. But when we expand their habitat, fish grow as they explore. Fish in the ocean swim far and wide, spreading their fins as far as they can reach.
The fish in glass bowls swim in waters with plastic plants and no currents. Schools of fish in the Great Sea explore colorful reefs, undiscovered treasures, and the uncertainties of the deep. Like fish, our minds are not meant to be contained to glass bowls. We are meant to see and be seen in the Great Sea, a vision of something more than artificial habitat itself, something real and meaningful to get swept away with the tides
and find our way back to the currents and shores transformed. We'll face predators that will be bigger than us, that will hurt us, but in the ocean with a million possibilities, we will learn to thrive in adversity and evolve past just waters.
In the schools of fish that move beyond the bowl, who explore new terrains of water, land, and sky to see diversity, to be diversity. And the same goes for the students and teachers in the schools we are swimming in. We've been taught that education is one of the fundamentals of success. The world is your ocean and explore it however you like. But too often we've been stuck in this education fishbowl and the walls of limitation are closing in. Bubble in A, B, C, or D. Each bubble confines us like glass bowls, but where's the collaboration and creativity?
In this bubble not containing my substance, this bubble leading me nowhere, A, B, C, D, no relevance to my life. We have been taught that education is one of the most important journeys that you will embark on.
From a young age, we are taught,
if the stove is fire red, then don't touch. Don't stick your fingers in light sockets. Realize that running full speed down a hill is not the best idea when you end up tumbling down it. But making these mistakes is making life our teacher, discovering knowledge that changes us. However, when we dive into our education system, we deem this natural drive that we all have to explore the Great Sea, something that should take a backseat to the test.
The packets, the worksheets, the standards, the benchmarks.
Put the benchmarks on the bench. In this traditional world, we learn to value a grade over learning, judging a book by its cover, falsely believing 100% means I learned something. We teach the process of elimination and never leave any blank answers.
But when asked how I've been a help in my community, been a leader to my peers, all I can think is, hey, that wasn't on the study guide. We need learning, not for a standardized test. I'm not passionate about standardized tests.
There is nothing standard about me. We want to take on the world.
In the real world, I would not be judged by my test scores, but by the content of my work and my character. But too often, in our schools, we value understanding a worksheet over understanding what is my life purpose. Testing quizzes become our gospels as we crave for a grade to pass. When we can't pass a mental health test over the anxiety that plagues our lives, learning the material takes a back seat. Our character takes a back seat. As kids who cheat and earn the grade are praised over kids who draw a masterpiece on a test they refuse to take.
But the fishbowl can be broken. There are oceans open and waiting for us, and we can evolve beyond being fish-fed by an all-powerful hand. There's another way to do school, there's another way to teach, there's another way to learn than being fish in a bowl in a school without passion. We are asking you to think beyond the bowl. How deep can you swim? How far can you explore? Will you help us break the bowl? Because deeper learning has no limits. It's for fish of every color, fish of every language, fish from every different type of sea. Fish bowls may segregate us, but the Great Sea unites us, so let's dive deeper.
Explore the sunken ships of the deep and bring back the treasure chest of community, collaboration, imagination, creation.
And all the methods and the resources that we use to dive deeper, the humanities, the sciences, the businesses, the intersection of the arts. Let's broaden our horizons and challenge our students, teachers, community, society, our world, to not only think beyond the bowl, but beyond the water. When we give people the chance to create and build their own world, we break the glass of traditional learning and change our world to one that rids our waters of hate, ignorance, and apathy. The tides of Renaissance will wash over our schools as we learn to learn from each other.
Deeper learning is how to make a classroom out of ideas, help students develop the will to bear the hurricanes of long work nights, taking the initiative and instilling that will for years to come. Deeper learning is not a worksheet that ends up in the trash, a test where the material is forgotten a few days later, a silent classroom where rules are more important than engagement.
A place where we say, I'm bored. Deeper learning is not something contained in a seat in a classroom. It branches out to places that aren't always kid-friendly, but engages with the truths that we need to face. Truth of dictator-like leaders that we will take on. Truth of how to face a world where our rights are threatened. Truth that the old way of learning doesn't meet the new challenges we're presented with, and we can do better.
Deeper learning is how we cultivate a new generation
of change makers, a new generation of innovators, lawmakers, brilliant minds. Deeper learning is a revolution of how we view ourselves as learners, a rebirth of a system where we learn to stand up for justice and become the leaders that we have all been looking for. They say the world is your ocean, so explore it however you like. But first, we need to break the glass of standardized limitations and adapt and explore.
I am part of the School of Fish. You are part of the School of Fish. We need to start exploring the oceans and swimming against the tides. And when we do, when we dive deeper, the possibilities are endless. And we will become so much more than a school. We will evolve past waters, and from there we will have no limit. We will do more than swim. We will fly.